drinking on a cup, beer was only a nickel a glass. But that's how he survived there. Then spring come, they paid you back. Because nobody had the income. Right. Like now they got, if you're working landscape, you could click unemployment while you're out.
Yeah.
So that's what it was them days. And then during the wartime, the bar he had big windows. We had to paint them black or put shades up for nighttime because you couldn't have lights shining in it because of air raids. They had the air wardens and stuff coming around. It never happened, but they were afraid the Germans would come over and the Japs would come over to California side. So it was used to call blackout. And at nighttime, anybody's house, I think, had to have shades. If not, the air raid warden would come around and give you a summons. Yeah, because you never happened, they didn't do it, but just in case. And every once in a while, they used to have like a show, and what happened, what you got to do. They blow the whistle, and everybody finds a place to stay.
Oh yeah, the drills.
Stay at the ground level if you can. Yeah.
Was it like a certain time?
Well, when they had these tests every so often, maybe once, twice a year, because it lasted 4 years, the war. And the big windows we had, instead of getting the shades, we painted it black. Because they put the lights on nighttime. And then we used to have a bocce court. We couldn't play bocce at night.
Of course.
We had to have lights out there, but we couldn't play because of the wartime.
Right.
And the same thing where I lived. In 1940, 41, there was an Italian club. All the kids went to it once a week on a Monday. And it was down in, my house had not a basement, but on the ground floor was like the basement. The house was built above it. And there used to be an Italian school there. When the war broke out, they had to give it up. Of course, we were at war against Italy.
Wow.
So you couldn't have Italian school. So as a kid, I was there. I used to wear knickers, black pants with white shirts. And then have Mussolini's picture at the front there. And everybody, Benito Mussolini. Then when the war broke out, because I was 8, 9 years old. And we had to go to the Italian. They would try to teach us to speak Italian. But it never got that far because the war broke out. It's the same thing in Germany. The Japanese, in California, they had to cut their school out too. Because from Japan, they go to California. From Europe, they come over to New York side.
Right.
So, but it never happened, it just...
But did you learn a little bit of Italian?
Yeah.
You understood Italian?
What's that?
You understand Italian? You understand your parents, right?
Yeah. No. By the time I was around, they spoke pretty good English. My mother was born here. My father spoke broken English. In fact, my father couldn't read the newspaper. He used to read the Italian paper. He used to call it the Progresso. He used to call it. That's to go by for him. And my mother did all the figuring with the stuff that she bought, because she went to school here. She was born in Brooklyn. My father was born in Italy. And all my sisters spoke good Italian. Because they were, my older sister was all 19 years older than me.
Oh, yeah.
So by the time I was born, they were speaking good English, Not good English, but you could understand.
Right.
My mother spoke both. And my older sisters spoke the best thing. The younger ones were... But the time that I was going to school, I was starting to learn Italian. But then I wish I knew it. Because later on in life, you see a lot of Italian people that still spoke. Now it's different. That's why Spanish is a good language today.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter where you go, somebody speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
But nobody speaks German or Italian that much.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd be surprised, when I was German, how many Germans spoke English?
I really not much.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, because during the wartime, they started to learn English.
Ah.
So what I did was after the war. That was in Europe. And in places that was never even built up yet. The way it was bombed, that's the way it stayed. Finally, they were starting to clean it up a little bit. But a lot of them spoke English. When you went to a restaurant, they spoke English.
Oh, good.
Some didn't, but a lot of them did. They were pretty smart too. You used to get cigarettes for 17 cents a carton from the PX. That's called the PX, the Army store, and go sell it to the Germans for a quarter of a pack. And that was a mark. They called it a mark. A mark was worth $1 to them.
Okay.
But our money was
Deutschmark.
only 25 cents.
Ah.
So you should get 4 or 5 marks for a pack of cigarettes. So you made 75 or 80 cents, and the cigarettes were like 3 cents a pack for us. It was 17 cents a carton. So a lot of them will pay you in there was Deutschmarks was the money, but they have other marks that they discontinued because the war broke out. The money was no good. It was like Confederate money we had years ago, and they used to pay with Confederate money. You didn't know it.
Ah,
So they were pretty shrewd. So one guy paid me extra money. So I said to my friend, we were together, I said, count that money, see what it is. Make sure it's DM on it. Yeah. We go back to the restaurant, and it was some other kind of money. It was fake money.
ah.
It was money that was no more good. Like we had Confederate money years ago. And then that's how the Germans were. They were pretty shrewd.
Ah.
The next guy, we saw the same guy. We chased him about 3 miles before we caught him. Then he gave us money. But they were shrewd, so you had to be careful. They tell you.
Yeah.
The Army said, when you go out there, watch your money. There's a lot of money out there that's no good. It was good years before the war. But after the war, they changed their currency.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. And they said that another thing is, don't eat anything that comes from the garden there that's not cooked. Because they used to use human waste
Oh,
instead of manure
fertilizer.
stuff.
Mm.
And you could see them when they were spraying the crops coming out of the big tanks there and spraying them. And they said, never get a salad there unless something's cooked.
Interesting.
I didn't eat salad anyway, but that's some good food there though.
Right.
Yeah, they told you what to eat, what not to eat. And then where my barracks was right off the street there. And the German girls used to come and do your wash for 25 cents. They'd take it home, whatever they did with it, brought it back, folded, so you'd have to renew your clothes.
Oh, that's good. That's nice.
Yeah, any way to make money, they did.
Yeah, of course. That's nice.
And in one of the places we stayed, it was called a Kaserne. That's where the troopers stayed, the German troopers. You go inside that building, well, every place you want to go without going outside. Any store you wanted,
Oh, really?
downstairs,
There's little
outside,
tunnels.
bowling alley, anything you want. Don't even go outside.
Oh, really?
That's how they had some good buildings there.
Ah.
Us, we had a barracks with too high, slept in. When I went to Germany, we had a room by ourselves. 2 guys in a room. They had big rooms for the soldiers.
It's nice.
No, they were shrewd people there. Same thing in Italy. You gotta watch it. They rob you blind there.
Yep, they do. Did your father went back to Italy?
Oh, he went on vacation, but he
did.
they went back there now.
Oh, okay.
In fact, he brought 2 of his nephews over here
Ah,
and 1 sister. They came here and they stayed. But the other ones, he went back once, but I was a little kid, so I don't. But they had to go by boat. They used to go back.
by boat. How long?
Yeah, they didn't fly.
How long would it take?
Oh, say 8, 9 days.
Wow.
It took us 5 days to get to Germany with the ship from Virginia, but they were so slow. They used to go nice and slow and never move, you know. It felt like it never moved. It took 4 or 5 days to get to Germany from Virginia when I was in the Army, in a troop ship. And they didn't fly us there. We boat back to, but the boat they put back to Staten Island. But I went when I was stationed in Virginia, then I went to Newport News to get on a ship there to go to Germany. And I don't swim. And we were in the ocean, and we're about maybe 2 or 3 hours away from port that morning. And all of a sudden, we're having breakfast. And when you have breakfast, you go down to the cafeteria there, and it was tables, but you stood up and eat. Tables long, like this, but long. So you stood up and eat, you know. All of a sudden, you hear bang, and the ship goes over to the side, right? And I'm by the wall, and everybody's coming towards me, not holding me, pinning me in. And then over the speaker it says, "Man the lifeboats." So I was the first guy up on the deck into the lifeboat. The Vice Marines that were on the ship say, "Soldier, get out of there. We're going after the other people. They're hitting the ship." There was a ship there that they collided. It was a foggy morning. They collided to one another. But who the hell knew what it was?
Yeah.
And they said, "Man, the lifeboats." And I was down with what they call D deck, 4 decks down. I was the first guy in the boat. So the Vice Marines said, "Get in the boat to go after the other ones." I don't know where they were going. I said, "We're going after the other ship that's sinking." So the other ship sunk, but it took 4 hours before it sunk. And they got, with 400 people on the other ship.
Wow.
And they put them on our ship, and then we cruised into Bremerhaven that morning.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, that was an accident. There wasn't nothing that was purpose.
Right.
But and then when you go up on the deck and you look down, who's going to jump in that water? Man, you're about 3 decks high.
Exactly.
You know, you're like in New York, the 4th story. Who else going to jump in the water? They can't swim.
Oh my goodness.
But they got in lifeboats, and the Vice Marines that run the ship, they went and got them. I don't know if they got everybody, but they said it was about 400 people.
Wow.
So you see a number of rowboats. You couldn't see them till they got close to the ship. It was so foggy out.
Right. And
Yeah. Of course, you heard it in the morning, woo, 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 you know. And all of a sudden, a big crash. And the boat tipped to my side. You know, it was about 6 guys lined up like this here, and I'm against the wall. And all the trays come flying, and the guys come flying there.
that's nice.
Some experience you have.
Good memories, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I think Josh got some pictures in the book there.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is right over here?
The book I gave you?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Yeah, some old pictures from Korea. Yeah, but
pictures when I was in the army there.
yeah,
Oh, really?
and Charlene. Yeah, and Charlene.
In the
And Charlene
ship.
has them. Yeah, I don't
And
have
I
them.
gave to you, I don't know what you did, if you
Yeah.
slept by your father's or something.
Yeah, they're at my dad's, but Aunt Charlene borrowed them because
I never saw him anymore.
yeah, there was someone that was working in the office was doing something for school, and so she borrowed them. I
some-
think
I
Aunt
had some
Charlene took
pictures
them to
there.
make a copy, but I didn't get them back yet. But I'll ask her.
A lot
where
of
she
pictures
has
from
them.
the army I had there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a couple of them.
I don't know where it is now, but I know. And I think there's a picture with this ship that.
No, I never saw that. I never saw that picture. There's one with you and 3 other guys, holding the rifles. There's another one with like on a truck.
Yeah, the truck.
Yeah, it's you and a couple guys. There's 2 pictures of that. And I think those are the only 3 pictures that I've seen. I have those 3, but I have them in an album at the house. But Aunt Charlene borrowed them. I don't know if my dad has it now, or if it's at the office, or what. I gotta ask. Yeah.
Let's see. Nice.